Hi everybody, happy Saturday. It's beautiful here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's like 86 degrees out there and the sun is shining. I'm kind of put together, kind of not put together. I do have makeup on though, you can't really tell. It's an interesting show today and I will cut you loose as quickly as I can. I'm by myself, so I don't know if you can hear me, see me. You're really close. Yeah. Hey David, how are you? What's happening in Chicago? Teresa, oh, I'm making taco dip and all kinds of stuff, but I'm by myself, so I'm like holding the camera because my tripod does not work. It like falls over. It's a little cheap one. So I'm holding the phone myself, and I'm gonna try to go through this Mexican stuff. I wanted to talk about enchiladas today, and to me, you can't talk about enchiladas unless you talk about taco dip because I put taco dip in my enchiladas. So I make the simplest taco dip, and everybody seems to rant and rave about it, and I guess I don't understand why because it's nothing special. It What I do is 2 blocks of cream cheese, and I let that come to room temperature, and then I whip it in my stand mixer. I add 2 packages of taco seasoning with, I don't know, a couple tablespoons of sour cream, and then a little bit of taco sauce or even salsa. That's what I do, and I just whip that up. But see, I love unadulterated taco dip. I don't put it on a plate or a platter and spread it around and then put lettuce on it and then put cheese and tomatoes and maybe onions and olives. To me, nah, just give it to me straight. If I'm gonna eat taco dip, I just give it to me straight. But it's real fun because I have a customer friend, acquaintance. I just adore her, but I've been cooking for her lately, and she is likes to stay on keto. Hey Ramona, how's it going? And not only is she keto, but she doesn't do cow dairy. And she also seems to be allergic to chicken eggs. So when you start talking about Mexican and enchiladas and things like that, she can't really do much because normally you've got all this other cheese and stuff in it. Well, I'm going to talk about her today as well because I'm making her enchiladas too. And what I've done is instead of cream cheese, I'm using goat cheese. And I took that with the taco seasoning and threw some chicken in there. And that is the filling for her enchiladas. Now, what I have done is, in case you guys have never, if you are trying to do keto or a lower carb type of thing, have you seen these? Of course, it looks backwards as I show that to you, but these are keto friendly and they are dairy free, gluten free. They are made with chicken eggs, so I have to be careful. I don't want to give her too many of these because of the chicken egg allergy she's got. But these are wonderful. They're extremely delicate, and most people just use them like bread for a sandwich. I fill them with stuff. I make enchiladas with these, and it is really, really good. So if you're trying to watch that carb aspect, these are made with eggs and some ground cauliflower, and they're absolutely delicious. You can get them at any grocery store. They're also club stores have them in a much bigger size. I picked these up too. Check these out. These are cheese wraps. Of course, I can't use them for my customer who's allergic to cow dairy, but I'm going to throw a couple of these in to Jay's and mine, and we'll see how they go. I've never used this before, so it's kind of fun. So that's what I do. When I do enchiladas, I make a taco dip. And then I add stuff to the taco dip, like pre-cooked chicken. I just roasted a couple chicken the other day, pulled all the chicken. I threw that in there. I like refried beans or black beans. But again, if you're watching your carbs and you don't want to do beans, leave the beans out. But throw some chicken in there. You can do it with hamburger. You can do it with shredded pork, pulled pork, anything. I even do a version where I take, and I don't do Mexican, but I'll take pulled pork with a barbecue seasoning, mix in a little bit of cream cheese or a little bit of cheese, and roll that into a regular tortilla or some of these gluten-free wraps. Like I just have plain old flour tortillas. And okay, so I'm gonna like switch you around here. Take a look. See, I started with. Well, there you are. Are you there? I got it to there. See, now this is that egg wrap with the cauliflower in it, and I filled that. Just rolled it up, I cut it in half, and I put it in taco sauce. I like to just put, just like a lasagna, I put sauce on the bottom so they don't get dry. I put quite a bit of sauce. If you're apprehensive about jarred taco sauces or jarred, pre-done cans of enchilada sauce because you don't want if there's a lot of chemical in it, take your favorite salsa, either that you make or that you buy from a friend, an organic, whatever. Throw it in the blender, blend it up, throw a couple more seasonings in it, or a little chicken broth if you're doing chicken enchiladas, or if you're doing beef, throw a little beef broth in there, and run the blender, blend that sauce up, and use that as your taco sauce. See, you can tell I'm doing this by myself, can't you? Because like it's all over the place. But that's what I did with my customers. I took an organic salsa and I just ran that through the blender, and that's what I've done for her. And this, I'm going to switch you here. This is hers. Oh, see, then my phone says rotate and blah, blah. Anyway, it's very fun. But that's what I'm working on. I'm just sitting here rolling tortillas with filling for enchiladas. Some people, like I said, when I make these for my sister, sometimes I slide those refried beans in there because she doesn't like beans, but she loves my enchiladas, and they normally have beans in them, refried beans. I tend to use either one that I've made myself, or I use a vegetarian refried bean so that I'm not eating as much fat, because a lot of the canned refried beans have lard in them. Nothing wrong with lard, but if you're trying to watch how many grams of fat you're eating, it's better to go with like the vegetarian bean than the regular traditional bean that has the lard in them. Same with like pork and beans, or that a canned pork and bean if you're not making it yourself and you're trying to watch your fat. I love Bush's vegetarian baked bean. I tell you what, they're delicious. They're better than the stuff that's got the fake little piece of, that's not very good. But so that's what I am doing, and I've tried several of these different kind of wraps that are out there on the market. I'm interested to see how this cheese wrap goes. Normally I like to buy my cheese in a block and then do it, because like I've said before, there's no chemical. If you use pre-shredded cheese, there's a chemical in there, and trying to get that chemical stuff out of our daily intake of things, because we all get enough chemical just from everything else in life, washing your hair, brushing your teeth, all that fun stuff. So that is what I'm doing. I'm sorry it's kind of backwards and I'm holding my phone myself, and we've only been going for maybe 8 minutes because I started early on you guys. But last week we ended up we're a little upset with Costco here in Green Bay. They're changing a few things, and I think they're struggling. I think a lot of companies that are service related are struggling with with their people skills. This has been so difficult on them from normally they don't have to deal with people in a tight spot, or to keep people away, or the social distancing, things like that. And I think some of these service industries that have a lot of people go through them are struggling with staying friendly with all of us consumers that are coming in there. And our Costco here in Green Bay seems to be struggling a little bit with that, and they've been rather rude to customers that I've noticed, and they're just kind of struggling, like I think all of us are in this day and age, with a little bit of things. So last weekend, which is why we didn't do a show, was we have switched to Sam's Club, which they don't seem to be having as many problems, but our Sam's Club here in Green Bay has been around in this town for a very long time, and our Costco is relatively new. And also, Sam's Club has curbside pickup, and I love curbside pickup, as you all know. I can't say enough good things about it. Patty, hey, how are you? Oh my gosh. You know, I'm going to get to see you in a couple weeks. I come back to work in the office on the week of the 13th of July. I have to tell you guys, I love this working from home thing. It's just beautiful. I get to watch the turkeys and the sandhill cranes out my sliding glass door, which is just awesome. But yeah, I get to go back to the office pretty soon and see all my work friends, and I'll have to deal with fun stuff just like we were just talking about, you know, the whole social distancing again, and, you know, we're all being challenged with, you know, trying to remember the other person in our sphere of influence. So it's pretty interesting, but anyway. So anyway, that's my taco dip, and that is how I incorporate my taco dip into my enchiladas. And I can't show you a baked one because I've only been home for like 20 minutes. Hello, Lynette. Now see, Lynette, everybody, has eaten my enchiladas and my taco dip. I was talking about enchiladas and taco dip today, Lynette. So she can actually testify if it's any good or not. But that's what I've been really switching stuff up with, this whole being able to take and use like goat cheese or different cheeses that aren't cow dairy, and a lot of these, you know, different aspects of taco flavorings, so that you can incorporate foods that you're used to but making them healthier. And that's how I'm doing it with enchiladas. So I'm pretty excited that my customer is going to get to have some Mexican, because I know she likes Mexican, but it all has that you know, cow dairy in, or some form of egg, or some kind of carb. These are going to be a little bit higher in carb for what she's eating, but it will still be better for her than, you know, a full-blown enchilada that you would order at a Mexican restaurant or even make yourself. So I'm the best cook. Well, Lynette, that's pretty tall coming from you, because you're pretty darn good. You guys, she makes the most amazing white chicken chili. She makes hers with green chilies, and it's just really, really good. I love white chicken chili. Again, you can take this kind of filling that we're just talking about with the enchiladas, just add some broth to it, and then throw in some beans if you're eating beans, and it makes great chicken chili. White chicken chili, again, if you can even do it with beef or pork or anything on that nature. I wouldn't use it with shrimp, but you make shrimp a different way throwing in some Mexican, you know, the fish taco aspect and everything. So I think what I'm going to do is say, isn't this fun? Yay! That's what happens when you have to do your own camera work. You know, you appreciate the other person who helps you with these so much. But Jay's out at the beehives right now, and we're trying to, it's been going, yeah, I know, I love white chicken chili too, but Lynette's is really great, Patty. I wish you could try it. She does a great job. But our bees are like going crazy out there, I guess, and we're having to put more supers in because honey production seems to be going quite well this year, because the weather has been so beautiful in our area. It's just been awesome. So I am going to let you guys go. I'm not sure what's going on next week. I have to talk to my friend Fred, who is going to be doing our grill master, our pit master, Fred, to see if he's open next weekend or not. With the holiday, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing. I've got some people that need a little bit of time to talk about a few other things that are asking me questions, not food related. And so I'm not sure yet if we're doing a show Saturday or not with the holiday. But I will post something, and I will take a picture of enchiladas for you and post that as well, because that is going to be our late lunch when Jake gets back from all the beehives. And I just love seeing you guys. It's great to be able to at least say hi and see you and talk about food, which is fun. Food is fun, and it's a great way to express how you care about somebody, is to cook for them. Even if it's just mediocre, they're still going to appreciate everything you do for them. So never think that you're just a plain old I'm okay. You're special to somebody when you cook them something. It really opens their heart to you. So I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Have a fabulous day. I'm rolling a whole bunch of enchiladas. I'm going to freeze these so that I can use them later as well. So we're not going to be eating enchiladas all week, everybody. Just so you know that. Don't freak out. We're not. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.